also found in your book, starting from page 91, 95 to 231. Okay, so mahaba yan. Activity 5 to 5.4. Okay, so activity 5 is yung introduction. Yan, then yung proper is 5.1 to 5.4. Okay, so yan. Okay, so check your book. Okay, so why do we need to study this one, guys? Okay, so sa venipuncture technique. Okay, stop raising your hand, Eliza and Bidlawan. Okay na yan. Okay, so again, why do we need to study this one? Okay, take note, guys, that 56% of the errors in the lab, guys, occurs in the pre-analytical phase. So 56% of misreading in laboratories is in the pre-analytical phase rather. Okay, so we all know that phlebotomy is also part of your pre-analytical phase. Okay, and the most common pre-analytical error is misidentification of the patient, followed by, syempre, if you have misidentified the patient, you will also followed by mislabeled specimen. Pwede rin. Okay? So, pwede naman properly identify the patient but you mislabeled the specimen. It happens, guys. Okay? So, tama yung pasyente yung na-extrakan mo, problema, iba yung pangalan na nasulat mo. Yan. Pwede yan. Possible yan. Okay? So, pwede yan. Okay? So, again, ano nga to? Both of this error, guys, ano nga tawag sa kanila? Ano nga term na ginagamit? Usual. Yan. Ano nga tawag? Anong klaseng scene? Maria Daniela.
Mortal sin po.
Okay, so mortal sin to, guys. Mortal sin yan, magkamali. Okay, so mortal sin na magkamali. Doble. Okay, so it's a mortal sin, guys. Very high consequences talaga to. Okay, so technically you may lose your work. Worst case scenario, you will lose the license. Okay, pag nangyari. Okay, on your part. Okay, on your part yun. How about the patient? Okay, so it may kill the life of the patient. Okay, or may take the life rather of the patient. Pwede nila ikamatay sa yung pagkakamali na yan. That's why it is called mortal sin. Actually, yung term na mortal sin to, guys, panahon pa ng Hapon yan. Okay? Oo, ang namana na lang hanggang ngayon, ginagamit pa rin yan, guys. If ever there's this type of error in the hospital, it is still used, guys. Na pag nagkamali, mislabel, sasabihin, naku, patay tayo dyan, mortal sin pa naman yan. Gaganon yan usually. Kasama mo or manager, ganyan. Okay, kasi pwede ka talaga matanggalan ng trabaho niyan. Okay? At syempre, worst case scenario, endanger the life of the patient. Okay? Yan. So that's why we need to study this one. Also, okay, you need to know what are the risks in doing this one, guys. That's why we have your hepatitis B vaccine. Okay? Hepatitis B at the list. Yan. Okay? So, phlebotomy, guys, okay, have a higher risk, okay, of getting blood-borne diseases, okay, or organism like your HIV or human immunodeficiency virus, also your hepatitis B virus, and hepatitis B virus. Okay, so common denominator is they are all blood-borne. Okay? It can be transmitted to blood rather. Okay, so tatlo yan. That's the very common. Okay, so that's why it is a must na you have your hepatitis B vaccine na, the list. Okay, so for HIV, so it's currently on trial. Okay, not yet C, ay, parang wala pa. Ganun din sa hepatitis C. Okay. Pagkakaalam ko. Correct me if I'm wrong guys. Baka may parents kayo na doctor dyan. Okay. And may bagong ano na siya. So, for vaccine. As far as I know, hepatitis B vaccine pa lang currently available in the market. Okay. So, and another commonality for these three guys, okay, they can stay active, okay, active in the blood, okay, for a few days. Yan. So, kahit mawala na sila sa blood, or sorry, kahit mawala sila sa blood, nakalabas sa katawan, they will still be active. So, mabubuhay sila. Okay, that's why you need to follow universal precaution. Ano nga universal precaution? What is universal precaution again? Dapat you should know this by heart. Obriel naman.
You must treat every sample that you handle as if it is infectious.
Okay, so not only blood, okay, so all samples, you should treat it as infectious. Okay, not only blood, ha, Asia, okay? So, all samples talaga. It can either be urine, saliva, or sputum, even sweat. Yan. Basta all body fluids, okay, including but not limited to blood. Okay, you should treat it as infectious. Okay, yan. So, hindi, wag kang pabasta-basta. I can see so many, what you call this, people, especially in the laboratory, na naghahawak ng sample. Okay? So, binubuksan, nagpa-process ng sample, walang gloves, delikado. Okay? So, you should put your gloves, guys. Oo. After mag-process ng sample, didiretso yan sa pantry, kakain, walang hugas-hugas kamay. Diba? Good luck sa'yo. Okay? So, yan. Ewan ko lang kung anong trip nun. Okay? So, marami. Until now, guys. Okay? So, well, I cannot judge. It might be they are lacking, what you call this, materials. Yan. Okay, so walang PPE. Common nang nangyayari kasi yan guys is, so no choice talaga. So it's either hindi mo magawa yung trabaho or mag-sacrifice ka talaga. Okay, so especially government hospital. Yan. So, minsan yan, yung isang gloves, 10 pasyente, mga ganyan. Well, technically, it is not advisable talaga, guys. But, syempre, walang choice eh. Kasi, because of the lack of resources din. So, if ever, you are going to work later on, may it be doctor or bed techman, okay, in an institution na kaya mag-provide, be thankful, guys. Okay, kasi, iba pa rin talaga pag may protection ka. Okay, so, tulong ka nga ng tulong, wala ka naman protection sa sarili mo, baka magkasakit ka pa, di ba? So, delikado din. Okay? So, kawawa din family mo, syempre. Okay? So, how do you protect yourself, guys? Okay? So, first and foremost, guys, follow correct procedure. Okay? What I mean, follow correct procedure. Do not do this, guys. Do not shortcut things. That's why there is a standard operating procedure. Okay? There's a purpose yan, guys. Hindi lang yung tipong, ay para lang may masabi, may SOP. Hindi, okay? May dahilan yan, guys, bakit may procedure, okay? Bakit may SOP, bakit may work instruction, there are reasons, di ba? If you deviate from that, what you call this, protocol or SOP, okay, there might be unwanted or untoward consequences. Delikado. Okay. Sample, you extract in the arm with on the same arm with mastectomy. Anong mangyayari, guys? Anong consequence nun? Nakakwis nyo lang. Okay, so anong consequence nun? One of the questions yan. Francesca?
Infection po.
And infection lang? Medyo kulang ka doon kung infection lang. Karil,
Sir, mas tataas po yung chance ng hindi ko po alam yung pronunciation, hemolysis.
hemolysis? Nasabi? Hemolysis. Tataas yung chances na magka-hemolysis. Alaysa?
Pwede po magkaroon ng obstruction sa lymph flow and magkaroon po ng lymphedema.
Okay, that's one. What else? Oh, sige. Gusto mo bawin ni Maria Francesca. Maria Francesca.
Magsaswell po, sir.
Magsiswell. Okay. So, technically guys, if you extract from the part na same part of the mastectomy guys, okay, so one reason is, okay, mastectomy also removes your lymph node there, okay, so may lymphostasis na magaganap, okay, so then ano pa, this will be followed by yung infection, possible infection, higher chance of infection if there are any masugatan, yan, any injury. Okay, it's not hindi lang yung mga gas-gas, yung mga physical injury talaga. Sugatan, yan. Okay? And most likely, it has a higher chance, just like in diabetes people, guys, na if you extract from the food, okay, so hindi siya maghihilom. Possible yan. And that will result to gangrene. Pwede rin. Okay, so pwede siyang i-amputate pag ganun. Ha? Yan. Infection, hindi na mahihilom eh. So tatanggalan ng lymph node. Again, lymph node, one of the sites in our body that produces your cells that fights infection. So if there are no any more fighters, okay, yan, or guard, okay, in that particular area, they are prone to infection, okay, that cannot be healed or will not heal, possible, okay, that will result to amputation. Okay. So that's why it's, unless na lang pumayag yung attending physician niya, wag mong gagalawin. Okay, so that's why protocol yan. Okay, so hindi lang yan guys, subjective to the hospital. No, lahat ng institution, especially hospital or even laboratory clinic, follows that one. Okay, yan, hindi yan subjective. Okay, it is a must talaga. Okay, so unless na lang may sabi yung attending physician niya. Okay, so pag may sabi yung attending physician niya, then go. Yan. Provided may written, syempre. Okay, so another one, abide with isolation practices. Properly wear your PPE, syempre, dapat lang. Okay, so again guys, even if you are palpating the vein pa lang, wear your PPE na. Okay, specifically gloves. Okay, so meron yan, kakapa pa lang, walang gloves, foul na yon. Okay, so it's for your own protection also guys. Okay, even if palpate pa lang, you wear your gloves. Eh sir, paano yan? Mahirap magkapa, may gloves, masasanay ka dyan. Okay, so that's why you need to wear not too tight, but rather fit lang, yung saktong fit lang sa'yo, saktong fit sa kamay mo, not too loose also. Okay, not too tight because you will be having a hard time, okay, so putting it on, not too loose naman, okay, not too big, okay, otherwise you will be having a hard time palpating the vein because of the obstruction made by folding of the gloves. Yan, yung dito, akala mo ugat yung nakakapa mo, na fold lang pala na gloves, meron yan. Okay, so alas yun, akala ko ugat yung napansin niya dito, na fold lang pala ng gloves kasi maluwang yung gloves na ginamit. Syempre, observe hand hygiene. Okay, so before and after procedure guys, you need to do hand hygiene. Use safety devices. Yan, actually sad to say, ito yung madalang nasusunod. Okay, especially here in the Philippines guys. safety devices. That's why it is a must. If you don't have any safety devices like this one, guys, yung Eclipse, it is a must that beside you, okay, or close to you, you should have your sharps collector container. Yan. Para hindi ka na pupunta ko saan pa, ganyan. Even in your phlebotomy kit, dapat meron kang sharps container. Okay. So, kailangan namin, sir, magkaroon ng sharps container. In our case, no. Because saan nyo itatapon naman yan, yung sharps, di ba? Yan. Hindi naman pwede babaon nyo lang yung basta-basta sa lupa. Okay? So, lahat ng needles, samples na gagamitin nyo next month should be disposed in the school, guys. Okay? Including yung blood samples, guys, ha. Take note, wala akong makikitang blood dapat sa tackle box nyo. Okay? Huwag yung gawing souvenir yan, guys. Hindi yan souvenir. Okay? Take a picture if you want. Oh, Instagram mo dyan. Yan, first time extraction. Yan, diba? So, again, hindi yan souvenir. Sample yan. Kahit pagaling sa kaklase mo yan. Okay? So, hindi pwede. Huwag yung iuwi yan. Okay? Then, eto na, sabi ko, okay, if you don't have any safety devices, place collection trays close by. Huwag malayo. Okay. Also, this is also one safety device, guys. Okay. Actually, marami to, pero majority of the hospital do not use this one. Okay. Yung lure na tinatawag. Yung orange lang, guys, not included yung adapter, okay? Or yung tube holder. Ito lang yung orange. Okay. Sir, kasama to, sir, yung isang needle yan? Yes, kasama yan. Okay? So, I will explain later kung paano siya gagamitin. Actually, nakita nyo na rin kami yan. Ganun siya. So, I will elaborate it. Okay. So, how do you protect yourself, guys? Okay. So, one way, okay, to protect yourself also from apart that one is to package your specimen correctly. Okay? So, package your specimen correctly. Okay? So, if you are transporting samples, guys, especially later on, okay, if you work in a big hospital, let's say 600 bed capacity, 15 floors, okay, okay, you should have appropriate container, guys. Okay? Yan. In the sample. Yan. Kung ano mang sample yan. Okay? Just like in your phlebotomy kit. Okay. So, you should have your own test tube holder in the phlebotomy kit, guys. Para hindi lang nakahiga yung tube. Nakaganon pwede kasi, guys, may hemolyze siya, guys, on transport, guys, eh. Nakahiga, wala siyang support, tapos galaw siya ng galaw. Pagbaba mo ng sample, okay, pag-process, centrifuge, gugulat na lang, alang, hemolyze. So, okay naman yung extraction kung bakit na-hemolyze. Wala pala siyang test tube holder, okay? Or test tube rack rather. Yan. So, dapat naka-upright position lang siya. So, that is no. Okay? So, package specimen correctly. Another one, label and cushion specimen for transport. Yan. Especially if you are going to do it outside the hospital, you transport it in another institution. Okay? Bakit, sir, tinatransport in another institution? Because, sir, okay, there might be test available in that institution na wala sa institution na pinagtatrabahuan mo. Meron yan, okay? So, wala kasing one size fit all. Yan, wala pa sa ngayon, okay? Walang one test, okay na lahat. Lahat ng hospital hindi pare-pareho. Lahat ng clinical laboratory, so they are not guys, pare-pareho. Especially if that particular test is pwede siyang specimen, what you call this, special test. It needs a specialized machine. Also depending on the category of the clinical laboratory din. Siyempre, kung primary lang yan, do not expect that it can run do blood culture, yan. So, malabo yun. Or histopathologic testing, o papadalaan mo ng tissue sa primary lab. Okay? So, yung ending nun, it isi-send out din nila yan, transport din nila sa ibang hospital or ibang institution. Okay? Kasi hindi nila kaya i-run yun since they are a primary lang. Okay? So maliit lang pag primary na lab. So when transporting it guys, you should label it and cushion. Okay? So para hindi siya mag-rattle on the transport. Okay? Yan. So also, be particular with the temperature. Yan. Kung kailangan lagyan ng ice para strictly, let's say ano siya, ref temp. So kailangan mo talaga maglagay ng ice. Okay, so just be careful not to place the sample directly on contact with the ice. So paano yan? Sir, lagyan mo ng ice tapos lagyan mo ng sample. Magko-contact yan. You may place another layer of, let's say, cardboard box guys, para ma-separate yung ice sa sample. Pwede yun. Okay. So, para hindi siya directly in contact din with the sample. Kasi freezing guys, tapos ito mo, may cause hemolysis. So, possible yan to, tapos freezing mo, tapos biglang ito. Pwede yan mag-cause ng hemolysis. Yan. So, another one is report all accidents guys sa supervisor mo. Okay? Especially needle stick injury. Take note, report all accident guys, lalo na yung needle stick injury. Okay, so there is a proper protocol guys in each institution mandated by the OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Okay, so dapat na re-report yan guys. Okay, para to investigate also what happened. It might be na pwede mali mo. Okay, it's mali mo as a medtech or nag-malfunction yung materials na ginamit mo. Possible yan. Okay, dalawa lang yan eh. It's either you did not follow correct procedure, okay, or nag-malfunction yung materials na ginamit mo. Okay, defective, kumbaga. Okay, possible yan. That's why you report it agad guys. Okay, hindi pwede hindi nyo i-report guys, kayo din yung kawawa niyan. Okay, what if hepatitis B reactive yung pasyente, diba? Tapos wala ka vaccine. Let's say yung vaccine mo, yung titer sobrang baba, di ka pa nag-booster, diba? Good luck, diba? Or let's say HIV, yan, reactive sa HIV si pasyente, sigurado kasi hindi ka makakatulog yan. Okay, so that's why report all accident para ma-record and magawa din ng paraan. Okay, if there are any untoward incident or complications na mangyari sa iyo, wag naman sana. Okay, so dapat report na lang. Okay, dispose needles properly guys. So again, dispose needle properly on your flipboard, on your sharps collector. Take note guys, sharps collector, that is for sharps only. Huwag nyo lagyan ng mga plastic yan guys ha. Okay, hindi yan lagayan ng plastic. When you say plastic, yung pakete ng syringe. Okay? Yan. So do not place any plastic there. Okay? So what else? Dispose contaminated materials accordingly. Syempre. Yan. Okay? So dispose contaminated materials accordingly guys. Okay? So this goes hand in hand guys. Dalawa sila. Okay? Especially later on when we go to butterfly. Okay? Butterfly. Yun yung common guys na di-disclose. Why? Because of its size guys. Or kahit needle na lang. Okay? Minsan natatapon yung needle sa yellow container. Infectious na yellow container. Okay? So delikado. Pwede kang matusok. Or yung housekeeper matusok. So kawawa din naman. Diba? And, okay. So, that's how you protect yourself and also the environment, okay? Or your surrounding. Okay. So, yeah. So, we go to the venipuncture proper na. Okay, so again, venipuncture is the process of collecting blood from a vein. Any questions pala guys on how to protect yourself? Meron. thumbs down ba ibig sabihin nun? Di mo naintindihan or wala kang question? Okay, no questions. Okay, so okay. So most again. So venipuncture, this is the process of collecting blood from a vein. Okay. So vein guys, vein. Yan. Okay, so hindi kasama si artery. So we are not allowed to do arterial puncture. Again, we are not allowed to do arterial puncture. Ulit-ulitin ko yan guys because for sure you will see this one if umabot kayo ng intern. Assuming na umabot. Okay? So assuming umabot, siyempre you need to pass a series. May third year pa. Dapat ipasa nyo muna yun. Eto, ipasa nyo muna to. Okay? So, when you do your hospital OJT na guys or internship na, you will see talaga guys yung mga practice na hindi dapat gawin pero ginagawa. Okay? So, example, arterial puncture. Bakit siya nag-arterial ng puncture? One main reason is the phlebotomist or the medtech is having a hard time extracting blood. Ano yan, sir? Okay? So, bakit mas madali si artery compare kay vein? Okay? Take note guys, artery, okay, hindi yan nagbabago ng posisyon guys. Okay? Lahat ng pasyente, talking example, adult, okay, yung artery nila pare-pareha yan yung posisyon. Hindi yan movable, nandyan yan, okay? Hindi yan mawawala hangga't buhay syempre. Okay? So, kung ang brachial artery nandito or rather brachial artery nandito, okay? So, lahat ng adult guys, nandito din yan. Okay? So, kaya siya madali kasi same position and you will feel na artery yan because of the, syempre, may mga parang pumuputok yung pulso. There's a pulse. You will feel it. Diba? Parang nagpa-bounce yan. Okay? So, that is the pulse. So, that's why majority, or hindi naman majority, sa medtech yan, kumbaga, tinatamad na. Kasi alam nila sa supply, nahihirapan sila, hanggang artery na lang. Okay? Huwag ganun, ha? Huwag ganun. That's why venipuncture is pain. Okay? Hindi tayo nag-arterial ng pasyente. Okay? Respiratory therapist lang pwede. And doctor, syempre. Yan. Now, there are two ways, okay, to collect blood. Okay? It can either be closed system or open system. Okay? So, for closed system, or your evacuated tube system or your ETS, and open system, syringe, with the use of syringe. Okay, now, what are the materials that you need to bring? Syempre, you have your tourniquet, alcohol pad, you have your ETS or two-way needle, tube holder, syempre, test tubes. Dala na yan. Okay? Also, gauze pad, sharps collector. So, yung very minimum. The minimum, syempre, kasama yung gloves, guys. Okay? So, included na yung PPE dito. Okay? Materials that you need to use during phlebotomy. Okay? So, yan siya. Okay? So, again, also, gauze pad, okay, micropore, sharps container, which will be provided, tube holder, and marker. Marker permanent to guys. It can either be Sharpie, yan. Fine point guys, or other similar pen, like mayroon yung permanent quick dry. Again, quick dry guys, quick dry. Okay, so permanent quick dry. Okay, so there are some marker kasi permanent nga siya pero it is not quick dry. So pwede mag-smudge yan guys yung label mo. Okay? So baka hindi mo mabasa yung sample. So wala din, delikado. Also PPE. Okay? So yun yung materials na gagamitin. Okay? Now Now, for the procedure, guys, syempre, you need to obtain the test request. Okay? So, even if ano siya, OPD or inpatient, there will be a doctor's request dapat. Okay? Kasi, most likely,
What?
okay, so madalang lang pasyente yung nagpapatest na siya lang mismo. Okay? Most of the time, it is requested by doctor. Okay? So usual lang if that particular patient is very familiar with the test na. Okay? So let's say medical practitioner din siya, gusto niya lang malaman, so nagpa-test siya. Yan. Okay, so pwede naman 'yun. Okay, basta may test request na siya. Okay? Yan. Okay. Saan manggagaling yung test request? Okay, pag ganun scenario, guys, usually ano na lang yan kumbaga walk-in siya usually nangyayari, OPD. Okay, OPD. So, pwede naman yan. Okay, so, kumbaga i-charge na lang. Okay, babayaran na lang ng patient saka siya gawa na request. Okay, apart from the doctor's request. Okay, so, then, once you obtain the test request, guys, okay, properly identify the patient. Okay, so, how will you properly identify the patient, guys? Let's say OPD to. How will you identify the patient? Oh, Henry.
Ask the patient for his or her full name, age, and birthday po.
Okay. Full name, including suffixes. Okay. And date of birth. That is the at least two identifiers. Okay. So, yung age hindi na natin tinatanong yan. Okay, yung age. Okay? So, yung importante yung birthday talaga. Okay? Kasi maraming yung age eh. Maraming pwedeng 18 yan. Sabi niya lang 18. Iba pala yung birthday. So, pwede yun. So, importante yun. Okay? The two identifiers, full name, okay, and date of birth. Yun yung the least two identifiers that you need to ask the patient. Okay, so again, ask for possible restriction if there are. Okay, possible. Ano naman guys be sensitive naman guys when asking question. Ha? Okay, so hindi lang, ay mama yung mastectomy ka dito. Okay, so wag ganun. Okay, so may some patient will feel offended. Mga ganyan. Kahit kayo naman siguro tanongin ng ganyan, ma-offend ka rin, di ba? So, wag ganon. Okay? So, yan. Okay? So, be subtle lang. Okay? So, ma'am or sir, are there any restrictions na I need to know before we do the procedure? Yan. So, ganon lang. Ganon lang kasimple. Hindi diretso. May mastectomy ka, ma'am. Ganyan. So, wag ganon. Okay? Kasi, yan, nakaka-offend. Okay? So, then confirm fasting period if there is fasting requirement. So typically guys, fasting blood sugar, FBS, or test for cholesterol. Yan, dalawa lang yan eh. Okay. So this may vary guys, yung fasting. So it can either be for cholesterol, some hospitals use 8 to 12, and for cholesterol 10 to 14 hours na fasting. So, yan yung ginagamit na fasting hours. Okay, so, dyan naglalaro 8 to 12 and 10 to 14 hours for lipid. Yan. So, hindi talaga kumakain. Kaya, hindi mo rin masisi yung pasyente minsan, irritable na kasi gutom. Yan. Okay. So, prepare and position the patient and prepare the phlebotomy materials. Take note guys, phlebotomy materials should be close to you. Okay. Not too close naman sa pasyente, baka matapi. Okay, close to you na madali mong makuha. Okay? Hindi yung tipo na sa harap ng pasyente, nakatusok ka, tapos yung test tube mo nasa likuran. Di ba? Ikaw nakatusok ka rin, tapos gaganong ka pa. Di ba? Hirap na hirapan ka nun. Pag lingon mo, natanggal na yung karayom. Di ba? So, be sure guys to place your materials close to you. Okay, so para hindi ka rin hirap. Then perform hand hygiene. Okay. Then position the patient and select venipuncture site. Take note, syempre dapat may gloves ka to guys. Okay. Select venipuncture site, then palpate or locate veins using the tourniquet or vein viewer. So, pwede kami gumamit ng vein viewer. Yes, I will allow you to use vein viewer. Nagamit yun na yun nung nakaraan, di ba? Kayo
Hindi
ba
pa
yung-
po, sir.
Ay, ibang section pala. Di ba? Ako nagalit kasi sa kasi Maria. Tabs down daw. Okay. So, ay oo, second year pala yan kasi sila yung on-site. Okay. So, huwag kang mag-alala. Okay? So, you will have plenty of time using the vein viewer. Okay? Yan. So, for this exercise, I will allow you to use median and cephalic vein only. So, wala muna magbabasilik because that is a dangerous part. Okay, so possible maging matoma kasi yan, delikado din. Okay, so for your safety, okay, so venipuncture should be, syempre ipo-perform ko muna. Okay, so I will need a volunteer sa susunod. Okay, yan. On-site syempre. Okay, volunteer. Yan. Okay, so median and cephalic. Okay, so walang magbabasilik. Ha? Yan. Okay, so yan. So once you have located the vein, okay, clean the selected site, then use circular motion or air dry the and air dry the alcohol, guys. Do not make pie. So or blow. Or worst case scenario, you wipe it with a gauze pad. Okay? So sino na nakapag-extract dito or na-extract ka namin? Meron na ba nagpakuha ng dugo? Henry, naalala mo pa ba yung ginawa sa iyo sa extraction?
Yung sa sa FCI lab po, sa screening namin for hepatitis.
Anong ginawa?
Ano lang
Pin-air
po?
naman. Yung sa cleaning disinfection.
Yes po, sir.
Air
Tapos
dry
po
naman.
yung isa po kasing, bali 2 times po ako nagpa-blood extraction, sir. Yung isa po tama, yung isa gumamit siya ng mini fan.
Mini?
Electric fan po.
Electric fan?
Yes po, yung maliit, sir. Yung
Para?
para daw po matuyo agad.
Mali yun. Okay? Hindi pwede yun. Air dry. Hindi yun wind dry. Air dry. Hayaan nyo lang siya. Okay? So, yan. Mini fan? Grabing trip na yun Ngayon ko lang narinig yun. Okay? So, again, air dry. Okay? So, yan. Okay? So, wag mo na i-mention. Ito talaga. Discreet lang. Hayaan mo. Wag mo na i-mention kung sino man yan. Okay? Kung saan institution. Discreet lang. Okay? So, wag ganun. Okay? So, sige. Anyway, hayaan nyo na. Buhay ka pa naman hanggang ngayon. Okay? So, again, air dry, guys. Why? You let it air dry, guys, to achieve 100% effectivity of the of the antiseptic. Yan. Okay. So air dry, wind yung ginamit yan. Kasi mini fan. Okay. So yan, sino pang naka-experience dito? Nag-air dry ba sila? Sa mga na-extras kanina, si Isaiah, diba, nag-raise ng hand to Nag-air dry naman. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. So, by the way, guys, when I say circular motion, guys, it is from the inside going outside. Okay, if this is the arm again, okay, let's say you choose median, okay, you start from the inside going outside. Okay, palabas. Okay, para pinapalabas mo rin yung dumi. Yan yun, circular motion ang tinatawag. Now, there is an update regarding this one, guys, according to CLSI. Okay? So, effective din naman, okay? CLSI, yes. CLSI kasi si Macol follows also some of the resources of Macol is also CLSI. Okay? Came from CLSI. Okay? So, so, effective daw. Okay, yung apart from circular motion, friction, pabalik-balik. Yan. Up and down. Okay? With friction. Okay? So, effective din daw yan. Okay? Actually, according to Macol, it's much more effective. Correct me. I'll check it again. Macol or CLSI. Okay? So, yan. So, up and down, friction. Okay? So, which is okay lang. Okay? Pwede naman gamitin. Okay? Because CLSI na yan eh. Okay? So, yan. So, which yan. Pwede naman siya gamitin. Okay? So, but majority, take note guys, majority of the hospital today are still using the circular motion. Kasi ito yung pinaka, parang it took how many years saka lang nagka-update. This update is only 2017 if my memory is correct. 2017 lang na-update yan. Okay? So, 2017 at 2018. So, very bago pa pala siya. Okay, ito, panahon pa ng hapon, yung circular motion. Okay, so ginagamit na yan, di ba? Imagine. Ang tagal bago mag-update. Okay, so that is the, ano yan guys eh, downside if you are in the phlebotomy part. Okay, because they have, okay, the updates are very seldom. Okay, or pwede rare. Because majority of the update is on the testing part. Okay, so lang. So sa phlebotomy, majority of the techniques used today came from previously yung mga sinauna pa talaga. Okay, with a little update lang konti. Yan. So revision. So this is the ano lang yan, yung downside if yung sa phlebotomy. So sir, anong gagamitin namin? Okay, so to have first experiment or exercise guys, use circular motion muna. Ito muna, circular motion. Okay? Para familiar din kayo kung paano gawin. Okay? Because majority still here in the Philippines guys, hospital use this one, circular motion. Okay? On your first exercise, use circular motion. Okay? Yan. And disinfect. Okay? Then verify equipment and tube selection while drying the site. And so dapat ano ka guys, 'di ba? One qualities of being a phlebotomist or medtech is to multitask. Okay, so I've said before, there are things that you can multitask. There are things or procedure that you will not, okay, do multitasking. Ano nga 'yon? Na hindi ka dapat mag-multitask. Anong procedure yun? And phlebotomy guys, anong procedure yun? Ako nakalimutan. It's very important. Kaka-mention ka lang kanina, pinakauna. Anong procedure yun na hindi ka dapat mag-multitask? Ala, nawala na. Hindi. Okay, so I mean within the venipuncture procedure. So ano yun? Bago tayo mag-proceed. Very important to guys kasi magagamit nyo rin to later on pag na-work na kayo. Ano? Anyone? Wala? Again? Do not do multitasking in labeling. Guys, take note guys ha. Pag nagli-label kayo or patient identification, do not do multitasking. Okay, prone ka sa error, baka mawala ka sa concentration. Oo ka lang din ng oo. Diba? Para pasyente na rin. Pwede ka magkamali. Okay? So again, do not multitask in labeling or identification of the patient. Yung tipo mo, what's your full name sir and your birthday? May ginagawa ka. Okay? So, tapos worst case scenario, nagli-label ka. Okay? So, take note guys, patient identification, confirmation of patient identification should be done before and after the procedure while labeling. Yan. Before, okay, you identify. After, yan. So, habang nagli-label ka, full name mo sir, yan. Okay. Full name ulit sir, yan. Minsan naiirita ng pasyente, ulit-ulit tayo kuya. Ganyan, meron ganun. So, SOP lang po, ganyan. Again, huwag makipag-away. Okay? So, hindi ka mag-multitask dapat dun, guys. Okay? Focus ka dapat dun. Kasi pwede kang magkamali. Pwede mo isulat yung pangalan ng doktor niya. Di ba? Sa tube, o di ba? Tataka yung sa loob. Wala, sino to? Wala namang sample na ganito. O, di ba? Mislabel yun. So, yun yung part na hindi ka pwede mag-multitask. Okay? So, in this part naman, guys, verify equipment and tube selection while drying the site. Siyempre, it may take time, seconds, before the alcohol will dry. So, habang naghihintay ka mag-dry, prepare the necessary equipments na. Okay? And inspect for possible product imperfections, like your expiration date of the tube. Check it, guys. Okay? So, expiration, tapos, if used na yung needle, check nyo. So, paano yan, sir? If you are using ETS, guys, you will know it, guys, because na-break na yung sticker. May sticker yan, guys, eh. Diba? Check your ETS needle, guys. May sticker yan. So, pag pansin nyo na natanggal na yung sticker sa gitna, okay, yan, may punit, or rather, may punit na, gamit na yun. Okay? So, wag mo gamitin yun. Okay? Yan. Possible, gamit na yun. So, syempre, on the safe side, think of it na gamit na siya. So, wag mo gamitin, tapon. Baka isipin, nabuksan lang yan, sir, tapos hindi ginamit. Kahit na, hindi ka sure. Ikaw ba gumawa nun? Di naman, di ba? So, tapon mo na agad. Safety pa rin yung pinag-uusapan natin. Then, reapply the tourniquet. Okay? Yan, reapply the tourniquet, guys. Now, without touching the cleansed site, okay? So, without touching the cleansed site, okay? So, anchor the vein 1 to 2 inches from the outside. Pag sinabing anchor, yan, you just need hirap. Okay? If this is the vein, guys, you just need to press it down. Parang pag ganyan. Okay. So, parang ganyan. I-press mo lang siya, guys, down. 1 to 2 inches. Parang i-stretch mo siya. Okay? So, this will anchor the vein, meaning it will become more stable. Especially if you are going to extract in cephalic. Cephalic is more movable compared to the median. Okay? So, very rare lang that the median vein is moving. Ito talaga madalas to. Minsan pag, lalo na pag geria patient, minsan pag tusok mo dyan, yan gaganon. Yan iiwas eh. Sabi mo, ala, yan. That's why, that is the purpose of anchoring the vein. Then, insert the needle. Bevel, ano nga to, guys? Up or down? Anong hands up? Bevel up, okay? Bevel up, guys, ha? Okay, not down. Okay, bevel up, not down. Okay? So, and the angle is 15 to 30 degrees. Okay? Assuming average human being to. What you mean average human being? Okay? If obese yung patient, guys, you might need to increase the angle. Lalo na kung malaking, sobrang obese talaga. Yan. So, syempre yung, ano na yun, yung vein with the surface, diba? With the fats, yan, mga tissue, yan. Yan. Okay? So, malalim na yun. So, you need to increase the angle. Okay? Also, edematous. Yan. Okay? So, if usually OPD average yan. So, 15 to 30 degrees. Okay? Again, don't get confused, guys, ha. You follow 15 to 30 degrees. On special cases lang yun, if edematous, extreme edematous, obese, saka ka mag-i-increase ng angle mo. Okay? Okay? Clear? Clear ba tayo dyan? Okay. So, when inserting the needle, guys, make sure to have an allowance. Just like your anchoring sa vein, ha? Pero hindi naman 1 to 2 inches. Anong sinasabi kong anchoring, guys? Okay? Allowance, pagtutusok ka ng needle. Now, let's say this is the side. Okay? This is the side, yung vein. Okay? Yung vein nandito niyan, venipuncture site mo. Okay? Make room, guys. Okay? When you extract, anong sinasabing allowance? kung dito nakapa mo ugat, okay? Pag allowance ka, dito mo ipasok yung ditong part. Okay? Again, allowance ka, maliit lang na ilang centimeter lang. Okay? So, again, okay, if ito yung nakakapa mo, dito ka mag-insert ng needle. Ano naman pinagkaiba kung dito yan, sir? Dito, kunyari, dito yung nakapa ko, dito din ako nag-insert. Anong problema doon? Okay, now, hindi to advisable, guys, yung ganitong procedure. Why? Okay, pwede kang ma-out of vein. Bakit? Okay, so, you are inserting the needle too directly in the vein. Okay, so, meaning, okay, pag masyadong direkta, guys, any movement, okay, when I say any movement, guys, pagpasok mo lang ng test tube, pwede yang mag-move. Pwede yan. Okay, pwede yan ma-through and through. Okay, pwede yan ma-out of vein. Possible yun. Okay, and worst case scenario, mag-collapse yung vein. Yan. So, anong yung sinasabi mag-collapse? Okay? Parang lulubo siya. Okay? So, if this is your usual vein, guys, most common scenario, guys, nangyayari yan. Pag nagtusok ka dito, direkta, okay? So, hindi kaya ng vein yung pressure. Minsan, lumulubo. Siya nagbibigay yan ng dugo. Depende. Pero most of the times, hindi na. Okay? Uklod na yung blood flow. Hindi na siya magbibigay. So, kung magbigay man siya, high chances na hemolyze yung sample na makuha mo. So again, it is not advisable to do or to insert the needle. Okay? It is not advisable to insert the needle directly. So, directly sa vein. Dapat allowance ka. Sino nag-donate na nga dito? Nakapag-donate na? Meron na ba? Si Henry ulit. Okay. So, yan. So, sige. Si Andrew. Andrew, okay. Gusto ko marinig boses mo. Okay. So, naalala mo pa kung paano ka mag-donate? Naalala mo pa yung manner ng pagtusok nila? Nawala na siya.
Sir, hello po sir. Naririnig po ba ako?
Oh, yan. Narinig na kita.
Sir, kasi last 2020 pa po yung last na donate po kami. Medyo, na po, big na po yung memory ko ng that time.
Hindi mo na malala. Okay, sige. About you, Henry? Naalala mo pa? Kung nag-donate ka? Whole blood?
Ano po siya, sir? Last year po. Blood donation.
Naalala mo kung paano ka tusukan?
Hindi ko po masyado nakita, sir, kasi
Kinakabahan ka.
yes po. Pero,
Okay lang yan.
po, kinakapa po ng medtech yung sa my arms ko. Tapos naka-bevel down po siya, yung needle for blood donation.
Naka-bevel down yung needle.
Opo. Pero wala ko naramdaman na, sakit, sir.
Baka naman hit ka lang. Yes. Ba? Naka-bevel down yung needle. Ang laki nun, naka-bevel down. Okay. Pag mo na-mention kung saan yan. Okay. So, yun lang. So, sige, Andrew, may naalala ka na? Nakaraan mo. Naalala niyo
Yes
pa?
sir, nagmuni-muni po ako sir.
Nagmuni-muni ka.
Yes po,
Oh.
and naalala ko sir siya, ayun nga po, naka-bevel up pa rin po, then may allowance po siya bago po yung
Mag-exit.
pagtusok po sa doon, may allowance po muna siya bago maitusok talaga dun
Yan.
sa
Ang layo ng allowance niyan, di ba?
Opo, medyo
Kasi
malayo.
laki ng karayom eh. Okay? So, may allowance talaga dapat yan, guys. Ang laki ng karayom yan eh. Okay? Another reason, okay, masarap po manusok yung medtech. Yung medtech. Natawa ako sa iyo, Henry. Okay? So masarap ka rin manusok. Baga, kasi medtech ka na rin eh. Okay? sa susunod, syempre. Okay? So, okay? So, malayo yan, guys. Yung ang laki ng allowance yan, okay? For the blood donation. Okay? So, another reason, guys, why you do that, guys, if you insert it directly, guys, magugulat ka minsan may lumalabas na dugo. Yan. Okay. So, imagine if this is ETS, guys. You're using ETS. Okay? And you insert the needle directly, guys. May lalabas yan na dugo pag ganyan. Okay? So, may konti lang yan. Okay? Kasi you are using gauge 21 naman eh. How about especially kung if the vein is very big, prominent, tapos dinirekta mo tusok, okay, lalabas talaga yan, guys, because syempre you are introducing open wound directly to the vein. Yan. Okay, so lalabas yan, may konting lalabas yan ng dugo, which is not advisable naman, although hindi naman makaka-affect sa test, pero baka isipin ni patient, baka ano na mangyari sa kanya kasi may lumabas na dugo. Okay, so although hindi naman siya makaka-affect sa testing, on the part of the patient naman yun. Okay? So baka OA si patient. Alam, bakit may dugo? Di ba usually wala naman? Ganun. Yan, meron yan. Okay? So ma-OA yan. Okay? So mareklamo ka pa. Okay? So imagine, ETS lang yan, guys, ha? So may lalabas na dugo. Okay? What if you are going to do it, you are going to perform blood donation. Okay? So blood donation, ikaw yung tutusok. Okay? Siguradong, guys, gaganon yan yung dugo. Okay? Yan. Yan. Magpa-fountain yan, panigurado. Hindi naman experience. Okay? Nakita ko na rather. Okay? Na ganyan. Tumusok. Medyo bago kasi yung medtech nun. Okay? So, ang laki ng vein. Okay? Good for blood donation talaga. Dinirect tayo yung tusok. Pag tusok na talaga, sumirit yung dugo. Yan. So, yan. Nagulat din yung pasyente. Or rather yung donor. First time ko lang na-experience yun. Pero mabait naman. Buti na lang mabait. Okay? Kasi sanay na siya mag-donate. Regular donor siya. Para sa lahat ng donation niya, ngayon niya lang na-experience. Okay? Yan. So, again. So, sa inserting of the needle pa lang yan. Okay? Yan. Okay. So, yan. So, again, hindi siya advisable when you insert it directly. Especially if the vein is thin, very thin. Hindi rin siya advisable. Dapat may allowance ka, guys. Okay? You should have room. Okay? And another reason also, guys, okay? Yan. So, I will not allow you to do this, yung pag-search. When I say search, guys, fishing, yung tipo pagtusok mo, ay wala, sir, sige, dito tayo. Yan. No, hindi. Okay? So, hindi ko kayo a-allow na ganyan, ha? So, konting adjustment lang. Yung parang ganyan lang, ganyan. Pero yung gagan, hindi. Okay? Walang magaganyan. Okay? So, masakit yun. Okay? Yan. So, another reason, guys, pag hindi mo na-hit yung vein, example, mahirap talaga yung patient. Okay? Pag hindi mo na-hit yung vein, may room ka pa para mag-adjust. Kasi may allowance kayo. Okay? Nag-gets you, guys? Ano pa? Kung direkta yan, pagtusok nyo, tapos hindi mo na-hit, wala ka ng room for adjustment. Possible yan pag konting atras mo, baka matanggal na yung karayom. Wala na. Okay, yan. Diba? So, yun yung advantage na pag may allowance ka. Okay. So, pag tusok mo, kunyari, meron talaga yan, guys. Darating at darating yung panahon na you will experience or you will encounter patients that are hard to extract. Okay? So, hindi pwede, mahirap pa extract. Ma'am, sige, pasa na kita. Hindi pwedeng ganun. Okay? Diba? Paano ko sabihin sa'yo ng institution, ipasa na rin kita sa iba. O, ayaw mo pala. Okay? So, wag ganun. Okay? So, that's why, guys, yun ang advantage pag may allowance. Kasi pag natusok mo, hindi mo na hit. Example lang, hindi mo na hit. Okay? So, may room ka pa mag-adjust onte. Diba? So, yun yung advantage pag may allowance. Okay? So, nakuha, guys. Clear tayo doon. Clear? Okay, sige. So, next one. Okay? So, insert the blood collection tube and start filling. Okay, yung test tube. Okay, so it will automatically fill up, guys, if you are, syempre, you are using ETS, evacuated tube. Take note, guys, test tubes has its own vacuum. Okay, again, test tube has its own vacuum. Okay, so pagpasok mo ng sa tube, guys, automatically it will fill blood pag na-hit mo yung vein. Now, when using multiple tubes, guys, okay, perform proper inversion and also order of draw. Okay, so dapat order of draw. Yan. Okay, so again, okay, order of draw. This is an example. Yan. So, and syempre, dito pala, guys, disclaimer lang, hindi ako again, ano tawag dyan, nag-advertise ng BD na brand, ha? Okay? So, it's so happen lang, common sila, pinaka-common, well, kasi maganda naman talaga yung product nila. Okay? And their service. Kasi yung maganda yung aftermarket service nila, guys. When I say aftermarket service, pag nagka-problem, madali silang kontakin. Okay? Kaya maraming gusto sa kanila. Okay? Yan. So, hindi lang sila, marami din brand yan. Okay? So again, hindi ako nag-advertise. Okay? So sa kanila yan. Order of draw, then inversion. Yan. So again, 3 to 4 times, ito lang, nag-iisa. The rest, okay, na may anticoagulant is 8 to 10 times. Okay? For SST, okay, 5 to 6 times. Okay, yun. Or yung red top. Sir, plain yan na, diba? So, kahit na, okay, you need to, make clot activator siya. Diba? Lalo na pag, SST. Mas mabilis mag-clot pag i-invert mo sila. Okay. So, although usual practice, guys, baka magulat kayo later on pag nasa hospital kayo, especially when you talk about serum, yellow, red, or orange na top, okay, RST, plain, yan. After extraction, hinahayaan na nila. Okay? Kasi pinapaklat naman talaga siya. Okay? Because you are going to need serum. Okay? So, hinahayaan na nila. Tapos yan, proceed na sa other. Yan. So, baka magulat na kayo. Pero it's not a good practice talaga. You need to invert pa rin. Kahit na yung SST. Serum separator tube. Yan. Take note for the inversion. Again, this is the inversion. One inversion. Okay. So, eto yun. Hindi yung eto lang. That's not one inversion. Okay. So, by the way, guys, okay, okay, once the tube may blood na, release the tourniquet, guys, to establish blood flow. Release the tourniquet na, guys, to establish blood flow. Okay, again, release the tourniquet to establish blood flow. Imagine, di ba, pinigilan mo to nilagyan mo ng tourniquet. So, most likely, wala nang masyadong dadaloy na dugo dyan. Dito yung galing dito, di ba? So, pinigilan mo na yung flow. Okay? Kasi binagyan mo ng tourniquet okay? Or ni-restrict mo yung flow. Yan. Kasi dito yung tourniquet. So, syempre, ito is para mag-establish yung blood flow, kailangan mo tanggalin para yung blood flow from this part pupunta dito. Okay? So, that's why you need to release the tourniquet. And also to prevent from hemoconcentration that will result to hemolysis. Okay? Now, in certain scenario, guys, okay, pag mahirap yung patient extracan, okay, so that is when the time na you will not release the tourniquet. Especially if that particular individual has very fragile vein, fragile na, thin vein pa, nipis na, ang sensitibo pa ng ugat. Okay, bakit? Kasi minsan sa pagtanggal, guys, namumove din yung needle. Pwede ka ma-out of vein. So that is mga considerations na you need to think of. Yan. Okay? In certain situation lang yan. Eh, di ba? Sabi ko from the start of our lecture, sa orientation pa lang, maraming case-to-case basis to. Okay? Because the phlebotomy. Okay? So, in certain situation lang. Okay? So, but make sure lang na hindi siya aabot ng 1 minute. Sana naman. Hindi naman aabot ng 1 minute. Okay? Kasi meron yan guys, minsan pa. Pag nirelease mo, okay yung nawawala sa ugat, okay, na out of vein, so hindi na nag-flow yung blood sa test tube. Okay, ako ha guys ha. So in certain situation lang yan ha. Okay, but the standard is release the tourniquet. Again, the standard is release the tourniquet once there is blood in the tube. Okay, pag may blood na, release na agad yung tourniquet to establish blood flow. Okay, proper blood flow. Yan. Okay, again, in certain situation lang, saka mo siya hayaan lang dyan. Okay, pag manipis yung ugat. Yan. Kasi, syempre, choose the lesser evil ka na lang guys. Diba? So, hayaan ko na lang siya muna dyan kaysa tumusok ako ulit. Oo. Ang tanong, may other side ka pa ba? Ang problema, doon wala ka ng ibang side pa na matusukan. Diba? Wala kang mahanap na ibang vein. Problema pa yun. And, masakit din sa patient. Okay. Now, once done na with the test tube, you have collected all the test tube needed, withdraw the needle in a smooth motion, then apply pressure using a gauze pad and adhesive tape or bandage. Okay. So take note guys, before applying pressure guys, make sure guys to remove the needle first. Hindi yung tipong nakatusok pa yung karayom, nag-apply ka na pressure, hindi masakit yun. Diba? Imagine, diba? Nakatusok yan. Yung karayom nasa loob pa ng arm ni patient, tapos papatungan mo ng kamay, tapos bigla mong gaganon. Masakit yun. Okay? So, wag ganon. Okay? Just place the gauze pad. Then, okay? Place lang. Do not press. Place. Pagtanggal, saka mo press. Okay? So, again, adhesive tape or bandage. Take note, guys, hindi na pwedeng pag ganyan. Yung sinasabi ko, folding of your arm. Dapat ganito na. Okay? Because this is not, the puncture site is not pressed properly sa ganitong style. Okay? And tendency is, kinabukasan, maghihematoma. Diba? So, kawawa din si patient. Yan. So, dapat pressure talaga. Okay. Yan. Paano kung isang kamay lang, sir? That is the time na saka mo yung gagawin. Okay? So, make sure din to apply assistance, guys. Diba? Kung isa lang kamay, syempre press mo na ng firm, press mo firm. Kaya mo muna press. Kita mo na nga isa lang yung kamay, di ba? Pababayaan mo lang yung pasyente. Tapos bleeder pa. Hindi, ikaw na yung mag-press, di ba? Diba? Meron yan, di ba? So you will encounter that one, guys. It's either may bali yung kamay, yung isang kamay, kailangan naman gaganon mo pa, di ba? So, ikaw na mag-assist the patient. Sandali lang naman yan. What, 2-3 minutes, then after that, hayaan mo na siya i-bend. Yan. Just make sure hindi na nag-bleed. Yan. Okay. So, yan. Okay. So, but the usual, yan guys, press talaga for at least 5 minutes. Yan. Pag bleeder, mas matagal. Pag bleeder, or taking any medication, like your blood thinner, pampalabnaw ng dugo. Yan. Usually, matagal maghilom yun, mga ganyan. Okay. Then, engage safety cap. Then, dispose the multi-sample needle. Okay. If may safety cap, guys, ito yun. Okay. See? Eclipse. Yan. So, then label all tubes, patient's name, date and time of collection, phlebotomist initial, patient's ID number, date of birth. Date of birth. Okay? Patient's name, date and time collection, phlebotomist initial, patient's ID number, and date of birth. Dapat may date of birth, guys. Okay. So, or birthday. Yan. And, in labeling the test tube, guys, it should be done in front of the patient. In front of the patient. Then, observe special handling instructions if meron. Ano yung mga special handling, sir? Some specimen, let's say, lactate assay, okay? So, lactate assay usually transfer with ice. Yan. So, kailangan with ice siya talaga. Yan. Depende sa test. Others, body temperature. Lah, paano yan, sir? Body temperature dapat. Yan. Actually, na-experience ko na yan, sir. As of experience ko na yan. Saan mo nilagay, sir? Sa kilikili ko. Okay? Wala ko ibang malagyan eh. Kasi, siyempre, body temp 37 talaga. The closest thing that I have as body temperature, yan, sa kilikili. Kasi, siyempre, at the hospital, kung nakapasok ka sa St. Luke's, okay, ano siya talaga, centralized yung aircon. Yan. So, sa patient room, pwede makontrol. Paglabas mo, centralized na. Yung sa common area. Ang lamig doon, especially pag gabi. So, possible magkaroon ng effect sa sample yun. I forgot that test. Special test yun eh. Yung tipong once in a blue moon lang pinapagawa kasi ganun siya kakomplikado. So, after extract, baba talaga agad yun. Yan. Tapos, maintain body temperature yung test tube dapat. Okay? And during that time, wala pang so-called mga warmer na kaya ng 30 degrees, 37 degrees, wala pa nun. Kasi nga, hindi naman masyadong nire-request. Parang after how many years, yun lang nire-request eh. Yan. So, ayun. Yun yung ginawa ko. Okay? So, para-paraan talaga. Okay? So, VIP pa yung patient. Hindi pwede magkamali ka dun. Okay? So, pag VIP, bawal magkamali. Okay? So, sa pasyente kasi pwede magalit, pwede kayong reklamo. Yan. So, I mean, technically, ano yan guys, ano lang, atin-atin lang. Especially pag private institution, mga ganyan. Lalo na yan, St. Luke's. Lucky. We almost lahat ng pasyente doon, VIP or pa-VIP. Yan, meron yun. You will encounter those types of patient. Okay? So, mabait naman siya. Okay? So, yan, atin-atin lang. Okay? So, yan. So, tagal-tagal ko nang nandun. Nasanay na ako. Okay? Yan. So, yan. Okay? So, mabait naman yung patient. Yan. Wala naman problema. Kaya, syempre, talaga, direkta yan. Kasi, minsan, VIP na nga yung pasyente, yung doktor pa VIP din. Yung tipo, lahat dapat stat, ganito, ganyan. May mga ganyan doktor. Yan. So, syempre, wala ka rin magagawa. Yan. Dapat stat extraction, stat yung analysis, stat yung releasing ng result, ng mga ganyan. Okay? Sa akala mo naman routine testing lang, hindi special test pa pala. So syempre, yan, kailangan mag-adjust or explain na ganito, explain ng maayos, syempre na ganito yung turnaround time ng ganitong test, ganyan. Hindi siya pwedeng madaliin, ganyan. Explain ng maayos again guys. Baka sa huli baka ganyan kayo pag doktor kayo Okay? So, ano ba, tagal-tagal, gaganong kayo sa lab. Okay, yan. So, wag naman. Okay, so, ayan. Yung tipong kaka-extract lang, nag-follow up na agad ang resulta. Ano yun? Magic? Yan. Di ba? So, wag naman ganun. Okay? So, yan. Okay. So, ayun yung mga observed special handling instruction. Then, syempre, dispose all contaminated materials. Make sure not to leave any materials on the bed of the patient or near the patient, guys. Yan. If inpatient. Yan. Pag OPD, automatic dapat lahat. Okay, tapon. Okay? So, practice. It's a good practice, guys. In a cubicle, phlebotomy cubicle, there is a trash can also for infectious and non-infectious. Yan. Apart from the what you call this? Apart from the sharps collector. Okay? Let's say after extraction, guys, tapon agad. Pag OPD. Pag inpatient, minsan nasa labas minsan sa loob. Depende sa protocol nila. As long as do not leave any materials beside the patient, guys. Lalo na needle. Okay? Hindi pwede. Kawawa yung needle. Kawawa yung needle tuloy. Kawawa yung patient or baka yung relative niya, baka hindi napansin. Diba? Natusok pa. Delikado. Okay? Thank the patient and perform hand hygiene. Okay? So, yan. Okay? So, let's watch a video guys on how to do the venipuncture close system. Okay. Wait lang. This is ETS, guys. Guys, kita niyo ba? No, wait lang. Mali yun. Sorry. Naka-portrait siya. Yun, better. Okay. Let's watch it, guys. Okay. So what have you noticed, guys? Oh, Henry.
Sa ano po, light blue tube and green top tube po, naka-apply pa rin yung tourniquet. Pero nung nag-red top tube na po, nag-release na po ng tourniquet.
Red top. I think lavender siya nag-release. Okay. So,
Ay,
anyway.
lavender pa rin.
Oo. Sa lavender siya, yung pinakahuling tube. Okay? So, yun yung certain differences that you will see. It might be na manipis yung ugat ni actually si Bernard yun, dating lab tech. Okay, si Sir Bernard. Okay? So, possible yun. That's why I've said kanina. Okay? So, standard is okay, you release the tourniquet after my blood. Okay? So, then, pag manipis, mahirap extrakan, saka ka lang magstay ng tourniquet. So, pansin nyo, nag-label siya sa harapan ni Bernard, di ba? So, always remember guys to label it in front of the patient. Okay, again, label it in front of the patient. Okay, so let's continue with the open system naman. Okay, so ano to si open system, guys? Okay, now instead of a multi-sample needle or two-way needle or ETS needle and a tube holder, you will use a syringe and blood transfer device. Anong blood transfer device? Ito yun, guys. Blood transfer device. Okay. So again, you will use a syringe and blood transfer device. Okay. So, yan. Open system. Okay. So, technically, guys, you are going open system because you are going to transfer the syringe, the blood, okay, from the syringe to another test tube. Okay. So, pag close kasi, direkta yung blood sa test tube. Okay, that's why it's closed. Okay. So, pag open system naman, you need to make use of the blood transfer device. Okay. So, this is also the same procedure with the closed system, guys. Okay, so closed system, okay, the only difference with this is the materials, okay, that you are going to use. Okay, now especially number 12. Okay, so after removing needle from the barrel, guys, of the syringe, transfer the blood into the blood collection tube. Okay, so anong purpose yan, guys? Okay, so balikan natin ulit to. Okay, so if you can see, guys, its appearance, screw type siya. Yan. So anong purpose nito? You will remove this needle, guys, etong part. Okay, remove mo yung needle, tapos okay, you will yan, actually place it in this part. Okay, lower siya. Okay, so screw siya, isa-screw mo siya dito para ganito yung appearance niya. Okay. So take note, okay, para siya magiging ETS na rin, guys, because you are going to insert the test tube. And that is the safest way. And again, same pa rin, guys, follow the order of draw and proper inversion. Okay, now if a blood transfer device will be used, connect the hub of the syringe to the device and puncture the blood collection device. And okay, so alternative, guys, alternative nito, okay, so before disposing the needle, place the tubes in the rack, okay, and transfer the blood by directly puncturing the stopper at an angle. Okay, so also follow the correct order of raw. Anong ibig sabihin yan, sir? Okay? Kung wala kang blood safety transfer device, okay? So, you just need to place this one. Okay? Place yung test tube on the rack. Okay? So, again, example, ito yung test tube rack. Tapos na dito yung test tube. Okay? So, you are going to puncture the syringe dito sa tapat niya. Okay? Make sure to place it in a test tube rack. Take note guys, huwag mong hawakan yung test tube tapos gaganon mo. Diba? Pwede kang matusok. Diba? Tapos, diba, pag gano'n mo, tapos bigla kang kinausap, alam mo si ano, ganyan. Tapos, aray! Yan. Diba? So, make sure to have a stable, ano yan guys. Okay? Again, huwag hawakan, ganyan. Okay? So, yan siya. Okay? So, dapat place it on a test tube rack. Okay? So, dapat may rack siya guys. And, dispose the needle properly. Actually, yun yung common practice guys here in the Philippines. Okay? So, be very careful lang guys because in using that type of technique, this is yung disadvantage nito, prone sa hemolysis. Okay? Because the needle is very is thin, gauge 23. Okay? So yung pressure nito mas malakas. So possible is destroy yung red cell. So lalabas yung hemoglobin. Okay? So pwede siya ma-hemolyze. So that's the advantage of it. Disadvantage to this one. Okay? So another thing guys, actually hindi to advisable, okay, kasi we are following proper standards talaga, is to open or removing the needle guys. Okay? Remove the needle, eto, tapos you transfer the test tube sa dito, yung blood. Okay? Bale, ni-remove mo yung needle tapos binuksan mo yung test tube. Okay? Tinanggal mo yung cap tapos place mo yung test tube direkta. Okay? So that is not advisable din. Safety reasons guys. Pwede kasi yung mag-spill, pwede mo mabitawan, delikado. Okay? So actually sa recapping pa lang ng needle, pwede kang matusok. Yung pinaka-advisable talaga is to have this one, blood safety device. Okay. So, same procedure na siya with close. The difference is with how you handle the syringe. Iba siya kasi. Okay. So, yan. Yan. So, let's watch a video on it in performing syringe technique or the open system rather. let's finish na lang muna ito guys. Okay? Let's go sa butterfly na lang. Okay? Then, almost the same lang kasi yung procedure guys with butterfly. Okay, so another way in extracting blood, guys, is through butterfly system. Okay, so butterfly, guys, can either be closed or open. Okay, so closed or open system. Okay, so it can either be closed or open system siya. Okay, so uses a butterfly needle. Bakit butterfly, sir? Okay, so take note. Okay? So, you can see it guys, the design, para siyang butterfly. So, para saan yan, sir? Okay? So, this is advisable guys, again, especially if the vein is thin, very thin. Okay? Also for pediatric patient. Very, ano yan guys ang liit lang yan eh. So, or, siguro napansin nyo rin to pag nag-gluta. Sino nag-gluta dito? Okay? Yan, nag-i-insert ng gluta. Okay? So, baka nakita niyo rin sa mga video yan. They are using butterfly din guys to insert the gluta. Okay? Yan. So, pwede rin siya for that kind of purpose guys. Okay? So, the purpose for this one guys, okay, especially if you are using sa hands, extract sa hands, yan, possible yan, or any. Okay? Kahit saan. Okay? So, you may place a tape yan, in this part para hindi siya gagalaw. Yun yung purpose niyan. So, lagyan mo siya ng tape tapos hindi yan gagalaw. Kasi parang yun yung anchor niya yung parang dalawang wings. Yan. So, lagyan mo ng tape para hindi siya gagalaw. Okay. So, it has also different gauges guys. Can either be, eto 23 to guys, the blue. Okay. So, you can have also orange. Yung orange is gauge 25. That is the most common butterfly needle na ginagamit. Kasi gauge 23, para ka lang din nag-syringe. Yan. Okay? So, the only advantage guys with syringe, from butterfly with the syringe is you can use it multi-sample. Just like this scenario. Kailangan mo lang ng lure. Yan. Yan. Lure. Yan. L-U-E-R. Yan. A lure device. Yan. So, you will attach the butterfly. Kasi hindi to kasama usually guys. Hindi siya kasama. Okay. So, you will attach it. Yan. That device. Other materials guys, there is other materials na may kasama na siyang two-way needle. Si butterfly, meron na, depending on the brand. So, pwede siyang multi-sample or you can also use it as syringe or open system. Pwede siya. Same procedure pa rin yan guys. Okay? Pinagkaiba lang with the device. Yan. So, and again, butterfly is advisable for pediatric kasi ang liit niyan. Okay? Age 25. Or very thin or fragile vein. Especially also if you are going to extract from uncommon area. Anong uncommon area? Like this one guys, sa finger. Okay. Nag-extract ka dito sa finger. Finger talaga, so hindi sa hands. Finger. Yan. Meron yan. You will encounter this one guys. Okay? Especially if you're going to pursue a career in a big hospital, tertiary. Most likely, you will encounter it sa ICU. Yun talaga eh. Pag ICU talaga minsan, mahirap na talaga extract because of hindi matos na si patient. Siyempre, condition ni patient. Yeah. So, hahanap ka talaga ng ugat dito. Yan. Mag-extract din kami dyan, sir. Hindi, actually. So, hindi tayo magba-butterfly, ha? So, until syringe lang tayo for the venipuncture. Okay? So, yan, yung mga scenario. Okay? So, pwede rin sa feet. Yan. Kung hindi diabetic, syempre. You may opt to use butterfly. Okay. So, ito yung video. So parang the same lang sila ng syringe guys because the video is using syringe with a butterfly. Actually sa kamay to ginamit. Ito guys yung good example. Okay? So advantage of using a syringe and butterfly, okay, from ETS, because you will know this, you will know if you hit the vein because there will be backflow. Ito, nakikita nyo to guys. Okay. May backflow yung blood. Yan. So meaning you are inside the vein. That is the advantage of a syringe and a butterfly compared to EPS. Yun yung isang advantage. So, pansin nyo. Diba? May backflow siya. So, meaning nasa vein. The plunger guys, okay, do not force the plunger guys, okay, so you can see, okay, ano siya, orange, okay, so that is gauge 25. So most likely guys, blood will flow, okay, from the vein to the syringe slow because the gauge, okay, the diameter of the needle is very small. Okay, so kumbaga maliit lang yung kaya niyang capacity na dadaanan. So technically, mabagal to yung blood flow. Okay? So wag mong forsahin. Okay? So again, if you force the plunger too hard guys, yung pag-pull niya, that will result to hemolyze sample, and also pwede mag-collapse yung vein, guys. Kasi you have applied too much pressure. Yan. Hindi, kumbaga yung pressure is hindi angkop sa needle diameter o sa gauge ng needle. Diba? Maliit na lang nga yung butas, tapos bibigyan mo pa ng mataas na pressure. Pwede mag-collapse to, guys, especially in the hands. Okay? Veins in the hands, guys, are more fragile compared vein in the antecubital fossa. Okay? So remember that one, guys. Kaya careful kayo pag nag-extra kayo dito in the future. Syempre, hindi sa ngayon. Okay? That is your butterfly. Okay. Sir, pwede ba itusok yun sa syringe? Pwede siya, but then again, due to its very small needle, guys, okay, mas mataas na yung chance na magka-hemolyze yung sample. Kasi ang liit yan eh. Okay? And also, medyo short din yung ano niyan, tawag dyan, yung length. So, baka magkalat siya sa surrounding ng cup. Okay. By the way, guys, before using the syringe, make sure to remove any air from the barrel. Okay. So, paano mo gagawin yan, sir? Parang i-calibrate mo siya. You just need to push and pull the plunger. Okay? So, push and pull mo to remove the air. Okay? Because, by design, guys, new syringe, meron siyang space. May konting space. If you have your syringe with you there, you can check it, guys. Pansin nyo, may onting space yan. So, hindi pwedeng tusukan mo na may space yun. That will be very dangerous to the patient. Okay? So, hindi pwedeng ganun, guys. Dapat walang hangin. So, before opening it, guys, or using it, make sure to remove the air in the needle. Pag syringe. Pag ETS, no problem ka dun. Okay? So, ayan. Uy. Okay? So, again, just a brief review. Okay? So, tourniquet distance, guys, from the puncture site should be 3 to 4 inches. Duration application of tourniquet, 1 minute. Okay? Maximum for 1 minute. Okay? So, angle of the needle, guys, for ETS and syringe, average, okay, standard, individual, 15 to 30 degrees. For butterfly, butterfly is 10 to 15 degrees. Bakit mas mababa? So, take note, the length of the needle of the butterfly is much more shorter compared to the ETS and the what you call this, and the syringe. Okay. So 10 to 15 degrees lang siya. Okay. So maliit lang yung angle dapat, okay? Because if you usually increase the angle, well, it depends on the situation then, okay? Okay, so especially situation, condition of the patient, and site. Yan. Pag sa hands, yan. So, good yung 10 to 15 degrees angle. Mas mababa dapat. Okay? Kasi, manipis lang dito yun. Pwede ka, pag sobrang taas, baka matusok mo yung buto. Okay? So, delikado. Okay? So, distance of finger when anchoring is 1 to 2 inches and from the puncture site, below the puncture site again. Okay, and duration, okay, of pressure application after venipuncture 3 to 5 minutes or until the bleeding stops if what you call this, if tawag dito, he or she is taking any medication, yan, if may certain condition. Yan. Okay. So, any questions, guys? Clear po ba? Pwede ba wag nyo na gamitin yung thumbs down? Kasi, iniisip ko pag thumbs down, hindi nyo na-gets yung pinagsasabi ko eh. So, clear tayo dyan, ha? Okay, so, don't worry, we will review this on-site, syempre. Okay. So, dapat magawa nyo itong on-site. Okay. Sir, kailangan ba makatusok? May dugo kaming makuha. Surprise. Okay. Yan. So, kung wala ng question, guys, assignment na lang. It's already 7 o'clock. Okay. So, answer post-lab activity questions 5.1 until 5.4. Then submit it tomorrow, 12 noon. 12 noon. Mahaba na yun. Post-lab activity questions lang, guys, ha. Yung may mga questions doon. Okay. So, take a picture, tapos upload it at TLC. Any questions? Okay na tayo? Any questions, guys? Okay, so biglawan, puro thumbs down. Okay, so if none, sige. Okay, so let's call it a day.